If you still call yourself a nice person, this video is going to make you uncomfortable, and honestly that's the point, because being nice isn't what you think it is. Most of the time, it's not kindness, it's fear. Fear of being disliked, fear of conflict, fear of being alone. And if that hits a little too close to home, good. Stay with me. This is going to sting, but it's going to save you years of being walked over. I know what you're thinking. What's wrong with being nice? Isn't that a good thing? And yeah, it sounds good. It sounds like you're doing the right thing. But here's the truth nobody wants to tell you. Nice people finish last. Not because the world is cruel, but because nice people train everyone around them to take advantage. And the worst part, you don't even realize you're doing it. This video isn't for everyone. If you want to keep people pleasing your way through life, if you want to keep saying yes when you mean no, if you want to keep shrinking yourself so others feel bigger, then click off right now. But if you want respect, if you're tired of being the backup option, if you're done being invisible, then watch this all the way through. Because by the end, you're not going to recognize yourself. And that's exactly what needs to happen. Let me paint a picture for you. Someone asks you for a favor. You're tired. You've got your own stuff to do, but you say yes anyway. Why? Because saying no feels wrong. It feels mean. So you over-explain. Oh man, I wish I could, but like I've got this thing, and then I have to do that thing. And honestly, I'm so tired. But if you really need me to, I guess I can figure it out. And the person just waits because they know you'll break. And you do. Every time. Or how about this? You send a text. Hey, are you free to hang out? And then you wait. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. And when they don't respond, you send another one. No worries if you're busy, just so they know you're not upset. Even though you kind of are. But you can't let them know that, because nice people don't get upset. Nice people don't make things awkward, so you swallow it, and they learn that your time doesn't matter. Here's another one. Someone says something that bothers you. Maybe it's a joke at your expense. Maybe it's a comment that crosses a line, and you laugh it off, because calling it out would make things tense, and you hate tension, so you let it slide, and they do it again and again. And eventually, that's just how they talk to you. Because you never showed them where the line was. Does any of this sound familiar? If it does, you're not alone. But you need to understand something. This isn't kindness. This is self-abandonment. You're not being a good person. You're being a safe person. And safe people don't get respected. They get used. Now, before you start thinking I'm telling you to become a jerk, let me be clear. There's a difference between being nice and being kind. A huge difference. Nice is about how you're perceived. Kind is about how you treat people. Nice is performative. Kind is real. Nice people avoid conflict because they're afraid. Kind people handle conflict because they care. Nice people say yes to everything. Kind people say no when they need to because they understand that boundaries aren't mean. They're necessary. Here's the harsh truth. People don't respect nice. They respect strength. They respect people who know their worth. People who don't bend just because someone asks them to. And I know that sounds cold. I know it sounds like I'm telling you to stop caring. But I'm not. I'm telling you to stop caring about the wrong thing. Stop caring about being liked by everyone. Start caring about being respected by the right people. Because here's what happens when you're always nice. You become predictable. And when you're predictable, you're forgettable. People know they can come to you when they need something, but when you need something, suddenly everyone's busy. And that's not a coincidence. That's cause and effect. You train them to see you as the giver, and they learn to see themselves as the takers. And now you're sitting there wondering why nobody values you the way you value them. Let me ask you something. When was the last time someone went out of their way for you? When was the last time someone checked in on you without you reaching out first? When was the last time someone fought to keep you in their life? If you're struggling to answer that, it's because you've made yourself too easy to have. And I don't mean that to be cruel. I mean that to wake you up. You think being nice is going to make people love you, but it doesn't. It makes them comfortable. And comfortable people don't chase. They don't fight, they don't appreciate, because they know you'll always be there, no matter what, and that's not love, that's convenience. So here's the shift, and this is where it gets uncomfortable. You need to stop being nice. not forever, not to everyone. But you need to stop making it your default. You need to stop apologizing for existing. Stop over-explaining every decision. Stop being available 24/7. Stop letting people treat your time like it's free. Because it's not. Your time, your energy, your presence, those are the most valuable things you have. And you're giving them away to people who wouldn't do the same for you. And I know what you're thinking, but if I stop being nice, people will leave. And you're right. Some will. But here's the thing. Those are the people who were only there because you were easy. And losing them isn't a loss. It's a filter. The people who stay, the people who respect your boundaries, those are your people. The rest were just taking up space. So let's talk about how you actually make this shift. Because it's not about becoming cold. It's not about being rude. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing yourself the same way you've been choosing everyone else. First, stop apologizing for things that aren't your fault. Sorry, I can't make it. Sorry, I didn't respond right away. Sorry for bothering you. Stop. If you didn't do anything wrong, don't apologize. Just state what you need to state. I can't make it. I'll get back to you later. I have a question. No sorry. No explanation. Just the truth. Second, say less. The more you explain, the weaker you sound. When you say no, just say no. You don't owe anyone a paragraph about why. I can't. That's a complete sentence. And if they push, that's their problem, not yours. Because people who respect you won't push. They'll accept your no and move on. Third, delay your responses. Not to play game, but to show that you have a life outside of being available for everyone else. Someone texts you, you don't have to respond in 2 minutes, you can wait. You can finish what you're doing, you can prioritize yourself, and if that makes someone upset, good. Now you know they only valued your speed, not your presence. Fourth, get comfortable with discomfort. Conflict isn't the enemy. Avoiding conflict is, because every time you avoid it, you're teaching people that they can push you, and eventually you'll snap. And when you do, you'll look like the bad guy, because you waited so long to say something that now it's coming out as anger instead of boundaries. So speak up early, speak up calm, speak up clear. And if people don't like it, that's data. That's them showing you who they are. Fifth, walk away without explaining. If someone disrespects you, you don't owe them closure. You don't owe them a conversation. You don't owe them another chance. You can just leave. And I know that feels harsh, but staying in situations that hurt you just because you don't want to seem mean, that's not kindness. That's self-betrayal. Let me give you a real example. You've got a friend. They cancel on you last minute, again. And you text back, no worries, maybe next time. But inside, you're frustrated because this is the third time. And you're tired of being the understanding one, but you don't say anything because you don't want to start drama. So what happens? They cancel again because they know you'll let it slide. Now, imagine this instead. They cancel. You text back, this keeps happening. I'm not down to keep making plans if they're not solid. And they get defensive. Wow, I didn't know you were so sensitive. And that right there, that's your answer. That's them telling you they don't respect your time. So you stop making plans, you stop reaching out. And if they never come back, you didn't lose a friend, you lost someone who was wasting your time. Here's what's going to happen when you start doing this. People are going to test you. They're going to push back. They're going to call you different. You've changed. You're not as fun anymore. You're too serious now. And all of that is code for, you're not letting me use you anymore. And I don't like it. Let them be uncomfortable. Let them adjust. Because the ones who matter will, and the ones who don't were never really there for you in the first place. And here's the beautiful part. Once you stop being nice, once you start setting boundaries, once you start choosing yourself, you're going to feel lighter. You're not going to be carrying the weight of everyone else's expectations. You're not going to be exhausted from pretending. You're going to have energy for the things that actually matter. For the people who actually care, for the life you actually want. You're going to notice that people start treating you differently. Not because you're being mean, but because you're being real. And real people get real respect. You're going to notice that when you say something, people listen. Because you're not talking all the time. You're not over-explaining. You're not begging for attention. You're just existing with confidence, with boundaries, with self-respect. And some people aren't going to like it. They're going to miss the old you. The you that said yes to everything. The you that was always available. The you that never pushed back. And that's fine. Let them miss it. Because that version of you was exhausted. That version of you was invisible. That version of you was easy to forget. This version is hard to ignore. So here's what I need you to do. Tonight, before you go to bed, I want you to think about one boundary you've been avoiding. One thing you've been letting slide. One person you've been giving too much to. And I want you to decide right now that you're done. You don't have to have a big conversation. You don't have to make a scene. You just have to stop. Stop apologizing. Stop over-explaining. Stop being available when it costs you your peace. And watch what happens. Watch how people respond. Watch how you feel. Because I promise you, it's going to be uncomfortable at first, but then it's going to be freeing. And then it's going to be powerful. And then you're going to wonder why you didn't do this sooner. Being nice isn't bad, but being nice at the expense of yourself. That's self-destruction. And you deserve better. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be valued. You deserve to be chosen the same way you've been choosing everyone else. But that doesn't start with them. It starts with you. So stop being nice. Start being kind to yourself. Set the boundaries. Walk away from what hurts. Choose people who choose you back. And let everyone else figure out their own problems, because you're not responsible for keeping the peace. You're responsible for protecting your peace. And once you understand that, everything changes. Kind people set boundaries. Strong people say no. Respected people choose themselves. And you can be all of those things. But first you have to stop being nice. Stop shrinking. Stop apologizing for taking up space. Because you're allowed to exist loudly. You're allowed to want more. You're allowed to walk away. And anyone who makes you feel bad for that was never really for you anyway. So let's level up together. Let's stop being the easy option. Let's stop being forgettable. Let's start being the kind of people who respect themselves so much that everyone else has no choice but to do the same. Try this tonight. Set one boundary. Say one no. Walk away from one thing that doesn't serve you. And watch your life change. Because it will. I promise you it will.